Greetings, one and all, and welcome to some more Warhammer 40K lore. I am the Mick, and if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this content or be notified anytime I upload any type of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If there's anything specific that you'd like me to cover, whether that be Warhammer 40K related or just gaming in general, please leave it down in the comments section below. So today, I am going to be talking about the Changer of Ways, the Lord of Sorcery, and the Architect of Fate. That's right, if you know anything about Warhammer 40k, specifically the Chaos Gods, today we are going to be talking about Tzeentch. Tzeentch's true power is sorcery, and he is the master of the ever-twisting, ever-changing medium that the Imperium of Man calls the Immaterium. Tzeentch is the absolute embodiment of the mortal tendency for change, evolution, and adaptation. Tzeentch primarily appeals to those with a desire to adapt, survive, and overcome. Kind of like what that one dude says who pees in his mouth in the woods. I know I got the quote wrong, but the gif is still funny. Tzeentch is meticulous and is always plotting and scheming 10 steps ahead of all of his opponents, whether that be in the material plane or in the immaterium during the Great Game, where he uses a lot of subterfuge and deceit to try and twist and twine his way out and into situations. Though given his nature, even if he did accomplish winning the Great Game and becoming the greatest of all Chaos Gods and defeating the other three, he'd still probably be doing everything in his power for just turmoil and, chaos. Yeah, I know it's really original, but that's what the guy's into. That being said, his primary representations are fate, plots, and schemes, which seems to be strange since he is also the chaos god of mutations and change, and represents the warp. Though Tzeentch fights in the Great Game, his schemes don't seem to have a true or comprehensible end goal. He schemes and plots just for the sake of scheming and plotting. He's almost like that toxic ex who just gets their jollies off by playing the victim, but won't get therapy for their very clear and obvious daddy issues. Those Tzeentch considers his playthings, he will watch intently, while he actively plays a part in twisting their fate and any type of fortune they may or may not come into. I mean, he literally sent his own Chaos Space Marines completely off course during an extremely important mission that would probably have won him some decent ground in the Great Game, just for the shits and giggles of it. Tzeentch seems like a man with a master plan, but in all honesty, he's kind of just a dick. He builds and mutates to the point of just completely unraveling everything down to pretty much a molecular or psychological level, and then moves on to the next thing. He's like the son of some Karen who clearly has behavioral issues and autism, but she just calls him gifted while she sips white wine and lets the 10th nanny of the week take care of it. His plot seems to be at conquering both the Materium and Immaterium, but likes to self-sabotage as much as he likes to sabotage others. Again, sending Marines off course or blowing things up or completely throwing things into disarray because he just wants to see what will happen. But hey, your enemy can't know your next move if you don't even know your next move. Tzeentch really has a thing for mankind. I mean, really has a thing for mankind. He is overall fascinated by the human capacity for overall deceit, ambiguity, and contradiction. Tzeentch wins most of his followers through outright promises that he will satiate their greed, lust for power, or giving them secret mutations, or even revenge, or an escape from the ever-ticking hand of time and the rapid approach of death. That being said, Tzeentch, as a master puppeteer, can turn even the most loyal members of the Imperium into unwitting pawns in the epic game of Tzeentch, and putting them into his ultimate con. Tzeentch can even appeal to silent prayers from unaware chess pieces just through a thought or a seemingly harmless action. You don't even have to be thinking of Tzeentch or even know he exists or is listening in order for him to start meddling in your affairs. A common theme with all the Chaos Gods, in fact, is to start small in things that nobody would notice in an everyday situation. Like maybe a bit more favor from a courtier, or some extra admiration from some underlings. Soon those unwilling participants begin to accept their place in Tzeentch's games, As time moves on, those silent prayers become loud and proud. Then comes the sacrifices, and by then it's just too late. You're completely controlled by Tzeentch. Tzeentch has fully affixed you into his game at that point. Though having 1,000 titles, the ultimate gaslighter of the Chaos Gods and the self-sabotage king is not a force to be reckoned with. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave in the comments section below any other factions or lore for 40k you would like me to cover. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll catch you filthy mutants and you disgusting heretics in the next episode.